Welcome to Today of All Days, Episode 20.
Do you believe in magic? Today is another marvelous Monday, June 12th, 2017, and today is...
our 20th episode!
See you!
So, for all of you that have been watching us and have been joining with us, thank you so much for all of your support and also for hanging out with us for a little while throughout your day. We do all of this for you guys, so we hope that you enjoy it. But that brings us to our first holiday of today, which is... National Peanut Butter Cookie Day!
Many people credit George Washington Carver with the creation of peanut butter. However, the Aztecs and the Incas were actually the first to make peanut paste. Now, this paste wasn't eaten as a snack. It was actually used as a toothache remedy.
A patent for peanut butter was obtained by Marcellus Gilmore Edson in Montreal, Canada, in 1884. Edson's patent described a milling process where the roasted peanuts were ground into like a paste butter consistency.
After this, peanut butter still wasn't considered a snack like it is today. In 1896, John Harvey Kellogg, yes, the breakfast cereal Kellogg, received a patent for a process of producing alimentary products, and he began serving peanut butter to patients at Kellogg's Western Health Reform Institute, because the peanut butter had protein and the patients didn't have to chew it.
Peanut butter at this point became popular at expensive health institutes and was really only enjoyed by the wealthy. So, what we have today, once again, we should be grateful because it's lining the grocery store shelves and honestly lining our pantry shelves right now. In 1922, a chemist invented a machine that would make peanut butter closer to what we have today. In fact, he then licensed his invention to the Peter Pan Company in 1928 and made a new machine to produce peanut butter under the name Skippy. And that was back in 1932.
Wow! So the technology for the original Peter Pan and the Skippy brands pretty similar, and they came from the same guy. But what about the cookies?
Peanut butter cookies originated right here on this beautiful soil we call the United States, sometime around the 1910s. George Washington Carver may not have invented peanut butter, but he did publish some of the first documented peanut butter cookie recipes back in 1916 in his research bulletin, How to Grow the Peanut and 105 Ways of Preparing It for Human Consumption.
Well, I don't know what the other 104 ways of preparing it are, but this is my favorite. Nothing beats homemade peanut butter cookies.
It sure doesn't.
Except a bigger batch of homemade peanut butter cookies.
Also, that strawberry rhubarb pie that we had from last episode was amazing. It's just Maria and I, that whole pie is gone. The entire thing. We'll try to upload some photos to our Instagram and show you guys some of the massive heaping plates that we had.
And if you guys decide to give peanut butter cookies a try today, let us know how it turns out in the comments. Also, did you make a strawberry rhubarb pie? We want to know that too.
You should have.
But now, it's time for...
Today in History. Back in 1923, Harry Houdini frees himself from a straitjacket while suspended upside down 40 feet above ground in New York City.
That's 12 meters.
Houdini was the inspiration for a lot of escape artists that you find, like David Blaine or Chris Angel. And in the magician's world, he is one of the founders of the style called escapism or escapism.
Are you an escapist? Because I tend to escape quite often from different situations.
And that ties us into our next holiday, which is Magic Day. Now that we've established that it is Magic Day, let's give you a little bit more facts about Houdini. His real name was Eric Weiss, and he was born in Budapest on March 24th, 1874. He was most well known for his escape acts, and even challenged police officers to keep him locked up. So he would go up to him, say, put me in handcuffs, put me in a jail cell, do what you gotta do, a straitjacket even, and that was one of the original things that he started doing to make his name what it is today.
Now that takes dedication and a little bit of insanity, but in a good way.
He has freed himself from jails, handcuffs, chains, ropes, and straitjackets, often while hanging from a rope in sight of street audiences.
What is he? A bat in another life? But there's something about being upside down. It makes things seem more impossible and impractical. If you hang upside down, the blood starts rushing to your head, you can't really think properly anymore, and here he is in the middle of the street, hanging upside down, doing all sorts of wondrous things. It's no wonder he got so popular.
Yeah. Also, it was known that Houdini would let people punch him in the stomach, claiming that he wouldn't be affected by the blow. In 1926, a McGill University student went into his dressing room, asked him, he was like, oh, well, I heard that you can take a blow to your stomach. And he confirmed, and the dude just starts wailing on him, right? Many, many punches to the stomach. Now, take it into account that Houdini had earlier broken his ankle while he had done a stunt, and he wasn't able to stand. He wasn't able to, prepare himself for taking a blow. So, after this guy was done wailing on him, he was obviously in pain, and he had also ruptured his appendix. And that's what led to Houdini's death. And that was in 1926 in October.
Just because one young punk just had to get the last laugh.
Unfortunate.
Even so, his legacy still lives on today, and it has inspired many a great magician and aspiring magician. And I believe we might have one in our midst today.
I've been known to do some magic tricks from time to time. But that's beside the point.
You what?
So, today I wanted to try and do a magic trick. So we will try to do all of this without any cuts so that you don't think that we're doing some kind of camera trickery or anything like that.
Trust us, there's nothing up these sleeves. His, on the other hand, who knows?
Yeah, exactly. Also, let me show you this. This is a normal deck of cards. I've got them all shuffled. I'm going to shuffle them again just so y'all don't think I'm doing something. Crading. Okay. Alright, if you would for me, just select a card. Okay, and go ahead and show the camera.
Nay.
Alright, you got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, what I want you to do is just say stop.
Stop.
Alright, go ahead and set the card back in. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, a lot of people think that I can find where the card is, and so what I'm going to do is shuffle the deck. Except, what I'm actually going to do is shuffle the deck face up into face down. Jesus. Kind of made a mess of this one, but makes it better, I guess. So, as you can see, and as you can see, you have some face up. Let me see. Some back to back even. But what you want to do is just snap, and then they all fix themselves. And I'll see if I can get this spread. Except for one card. Let's see if we can turn that. The 4 of clubs, I believe.
That was it.
Very nice.
That's so nice.
Very good. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
What else you got?
What else do I got? Oh, please. Well, if I take said 4, I place them on top of the deck. Now, I put him There.
Mm.
Now you go ahead and push it in.
What? Oh my gosh, what are you doing?
Also, if you take that same 4, put him into the middle of the deck, you just snap, and he goes back to the top. Which is interesting, right?
Mm.
If I take that same 4, take the 4, and put a bend in him, you can then put him in the middle, and just snap your fingers,
Whoa!
and that is Magic Day. I'm a little rusty. It's been a few years, but I still like to do tricks from time to time.
That was very
So
nice.
I hope that you enjoyed it.
So, if there are any magic tricks that you've ever learned how to do, go out and amaze your friends or family or walk up to strangers on the street. Nothing beats that on-the-spot performance that you have to do. Gets that little bit of an adrenaline rush.
Yeah, it's really exciting, especially being nervous and going up and overcoming that fear. That was something that I had to do a long time ago. And that was back in high school when I would sit there. They had this electrical box, like the box in the middle of the courtyard. And I would just sit out there doing magic tricks and would have a little group huddled around me. It was awesome. Everybody knew me as the magic guy.
Oh.
So I was that guy. I was that kid as a youngster.
So, on this day,
Today of all days.
don't be afraid to be that guy or gal and pull cookies out from behind their ears and get a bunch of cheers and memories that will last for years.
And we hope your day is magical. And we will see you tomorrow. Bye.